watch this with our other fans. How do you feel about that? This is group movie. I'll wait till you win to play it. Oh, give it a little second, give it a little minute. Alright, try it now, We live, baby! Alright, it should be up right now. What? You in there?
I know what it's like to look in the mirror and not like what I see. You know, I understand why people would want to do things to enhance their looks. It boosts confidence, man. But I started realizing that my beauty is not about how I look. My beauty is I wear my heart on my sleeve and being who I am. It's an inside job. Beauty is an inside job. Our goal is just to simply show the world a window as to why people do the things they do, where that desperation comes from. It's like they say, when the system fails you, you create your own system.
I'm gonna tell y'all some funny shit. Mike called me one day and told me, sis, you have to come out of your shell. I don't want you to be typecast. We was fussing for like an hour on the phone because I didn't want to agree. He was sending pictures of this dress and this and that. And I was like, no, brother, I can't do that, man. Come on. Come on, Faye. You don't want to be typecast and come on, more acting jobs, ah. So this man puts together a whole photo shoot. My brother got me in a dress and some red bottom heels. I almost broke my neck. But Mike was sitting there with tears in his eyes. He was so proud. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people that's not comfortable in their own skin. The resolution of me putting on that dress that I wasn't comfortable with, he just showed me, stop being afraid to be yourself. Stop being afraid to step out the box. And I also showed my brother that me being in the skin that I'm in, it's okay. I know I'm gay, and I love every minute of it. So just be yourself. Look at me. I'm beautiful. I'm sexy. Fire! I love you, Mike K. Williams.
I think we definitely are living in an image-obsessed era. Everything became about what we looked like on the outside as opposed to who we are on the inside. But the pressures that society puts on women is a whole nother ballgame. That there's a black market that we can go to if we don't like the way we look. You have a lot of young ladies, people are literally gambling with their lives.
My pussy got bigger after surgery.
You said what?
Like, my pussy got bigger after surgery. I never got massaged down there. You're supposed to get massaged.
I did get massaged.
I have fibrosis too, and I got them removed.
And also gave me keloids right here. I can't see it, but they covered it.
Winnie and Marie are star tenders. They getting money slinging drinks for Instagram fans who come see them at the club.
Bartender is a model that's well put together. She has the look, she has the body, she has the following as well. But we like the eye candy. You all hear the talks of like, oh, I got my body done with this person, I got my body done with that person. You start looking at other girls that have their nice tits and have their bodies and the outfits just fit. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna invest and see, like, confident-wise, where I will be. So I feel like it just through the roof. Like, I was just like, I'm a bad bitch. Because I was already a pretty girl, I just needed to snatch me up real quick.
We can all use a little
Little something,
brothers go to the gym to enhance, right? To enhance what we have.
These days, influencers got looks you can only get with surgery. A lot of women are risking their lives to keep up.
So Marie, what did you have done?
I had a Brazilian butt lift. Basically, it's a fat transfer. So I took fat from my stomach, my arms, my thighs, and I kind of moved it into like my bum bum.
And where did you go to get that done?
I went to DR to
Why?
get a BBL.
Okay, first of all, why DR and what is a BBL?
A BBL is a Brazilian butt lift. Other words, fat transfer. Just
Oh.
putting it in my butt, yeah. I went to DR because, yeah, they'll perform the surgery. They'll get you nice and snatched with a flat stomach. But see, DR and Colombia, they'll give you that nice Coke bottle. Yeah, that Coke bottle look like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then it is a little bit cheaper out there when you travel outside the country than it is in the United States.
How much are we talking about?
I think they quoted me like $12,000 out here in Manhattan, and then in DR you can get it done from anywhere between like $4,000 and like $7,000.
Also out here, they're only allowed to take a certain amount of fat. Compared to the countries, they could take more fat.
It may sound simple to take fat from here and here and move it to there, but the BBL is undoubtedly the most dangerous cosmetic surgery in the world. 1 out of every 3,000 BBLs ends in death. Yet in 2020, in the middle of a damn pandemic, more than 20,000 women here in the US got one. And thousands more went overseas to get a BBL for cheap.
The line to get to Atlanta, 95% of the passengers just got a BBL.
Plastic surgery, I would give birth 80 more times before I had another BBL. The snatching part is burning. But I mean, hey, people have babies, so do it.
Do you feel that people have to take this risk and to sort of make it to the top of your line of work, that's just a necessary requirement?
I feel like people take the risk just because they just want to look like that fantasy that they've been dreaming of, or that dream body, that dream job. So once you see what you gain from it, then you gotta keep going.
Yeah.
I feel like it changed my life because I started getting a lot more work like that, and it boosted everything to another level.
What are some of the high-profile videos you've done?
The most high one is the Drake, the Hotline Bling video. I just want people to be safe on their decisions, on their bodies. If a doctor tells you no, it's no.
While Winnie and Marie had their BBLs done by real doctors, lots of women are going to the black market where silicone butt injections are even more deadly.
We went into getting the shots knowing that it was risky, that it was wrong.
It was just being married in an unhappy marriage. I had a girlfriend who actually had it done, and then she was boasting about it. I had silicone injections, obviously not by a professional doctor. It was $1,000, and we met the lady who would then inject us. And as you're getting injected, it's feeling like fire being pushed into your body. It's very bad. It's excruciating pain. She's putting crazy glue, the regular crazy glue you get from the dollar store, on the incision so that it doesn't seep out with cotton balls that then close it up.
This woman put crazy glue on an open part of your body.
Yes.
Brenda tried to pump up her butt with that cheap silicone injection, but that back alley shortcut put her in the hospital. This is her third surgery just to cut out the infected fat.
When somebody has breast implants, they get silicone implants, it's encapsulated. That's legit. That's allowed to be put in the body. What we're talking about here is liquid silicone, non-medical grade. So when you put something in the human body that doesn't belong there, the body fights it. In the last 5 or 10 years with social media, People want to look like the Kardashian. The trend has been to have a smaller waist and a bigger butt. Like a Brazilian butt lift where you do liposuction and from your stomach usually or your flanks, your love handles, and you transfer in the butt. That's the way to do this correctly. But that comes at a cost of general anesthesia, more than $10,000. A couple of weeks of not laying on your butt. So they go and take the easy way out. The legitimate way to inject your butt with a product that's legal and FDA approved is by using real hyaluronic acid. The body makes this. This is like a synthesized version. People do this in the face all the time, in the cheeks and the lip and the chin.
The body makes this?
The body makes this. So 1 cc, we sell it for $800, and that's an average price. So when women go and get these injections, they're getting 700 cc's, 1,000 cc's, 2,000 cc's. So if they get 1,000 cc's, and if they were going to do it the legitimate way, that would be $800,000 a side, which is prohibitive and ridiculous. So that's what drives people to the illegal stuff, because it's $1,000 and you can get it all in one day and it's like relatively painless.
Silicone butt shots may be killing people, but the black market is always cooking up new ways to get big.
This is a water-based gel. It soaks up, it's about close to 100 times its own water weight, which women use it for beautification purposes, or if I wanted a bigger upper chest, or if I wanted to.
Bodybuilders are the OGs of body enhancement chemistry, and it's all do it yourself.
Are you excited? Nervous?
Super excited.
But you trust them. That's the important thing, right?
I want to let them do it if they didn't trust them.
Chris is not a doctor. He's a professional wrestler named Super Beast.
Super f***ing Beast is in the building!
This is not a BBL or a silicone shot. Alyssa is getting a black market hyaluronic acid injection. The legal version is used on lips and wrinkles, but Super Beast is plumping up her butt.
So this one shot, she'll see results.
One shot?
This one shot.
No, she's gonna take like 30 of them.
Right now, tonight.
Yeah. Right, ready? Don't do this up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Breathe.
Are you looking to establish your business using an address other than your home? Wish you had a professional business address and phone number instead of your home address and personal number?
Bad news. They want the tires to be biodegradable, and we can't change the launch date.
Are you looking to establish your business using an address other than your home? Wish you had a professional...
I've been to many parties in my day, but this is by far a first. Food and PED. What a combination. Right now we're about to watch a young lady get some butt injections, and yeah, I'm gonna eat some chips. With the ladies right now, are they getting the maybe with you, or are they getting the For Sure brand?
For Sure, it's a solid product. We designed it.
You designed this?
No, not me. I mean, when I say we, I mean the community. They're self-taught doctors, self-taught chemists.
These guys push the enhancement beyond their body limits.
Bodybuilding's always been a sideshow oddity up until Pump and Iron came out. Arnold Schwarzenegger hit the scene. You know, everybody wanted to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. That he spawned a whole generation of guys like me. You know, I don't know a single dude on the planet that doesn't want to look like that. See, back then, I think all they had was like water-based steroids, you know what I mean, things of that nature, and just steroids alone. Genetics used to be the limitation on bodybuilding.
But not anymore. The only limit on this do-it-yourself black market is how far they'll go to test this shit on their own body.
It's a lot of bro science, just practicing on yourself, doing your own research, because there's no control studies to go off. There's no FDA research to go off. There's these compounds will shave 15, 20 years off your life. You'll shit blood. Like there's things that they do to alter their bodies that didn't exist 30 years ago. We'll take that risk. We all want to be the best at what we do. No one got into it just to be mediocre, to be subpar. And even if you die, I've lived exactly how I wanted to do, and it's been fucking amazing.
Crazy as it sounds, this market will make you hella money. But first, you gotta know how to brew.
I don't know if
So right now, I'm somewhere in California. Can't give away the exact location. What I'm doing is I'm watching Mr. X make Mastrone, which is a certain type of steroid.
I'm very sure that this has never been done before, cooking a batch of Mastrone and lunch at the same time. I'm gonna have a ground beef patty with some sauerkraut. Would you care for a drink?
Oh, no, I'm good right now. Sun is still up. It seems like if someone did not know exactly what they were doing, something of some nature could go wrong. Like, can you educate me on what I'm looking at right now?
Sure. I'm making a compound called Masteron. It's a steroid that is commonly used for competition. It's a hardener. It was originally used for breast cancer.
So what's the first thing that you would have to do?
It's on a hot plate. I didn't turn the heat on yet. I've already added the solvents and what did I put? Like 6, I forgot, but.
Olive oil.
This is grapeseed oil.
Grapeseed oil, excuse me.
Grapeseed oil keeps the burgers from sticking to the grill. It also turns Masteron powder into injectable liquid.
How'd you learn how to do this?
A little bit of word of mouth, a little bit of watching YouTube, and looking up the recipes online. If you Google it, stuff will come up.
Outside of going online and doing your research on your own, have you ever had any other experience with chemistry in your background?
No.
This is all self-taught online and within the community, from people you trust, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Wow. What about the legal aspects?
Well,
has anyone ever gone to jail for making what you're making right now? Or gotten in trouble with the law on any level?
Yes, they have.
What is the next step?
I'm going to add the grapeseed oil to this now, up to what I will guess is the 250 ml line. And I have really bad eyes, plus I'm wearing sunglasses.
So, being that this is your first time making Mastrone, are you a little nervous to put this in, to inject yourself with this?
No. I'd probably be a little nervous because I got a camera. And most people would wipe it with alcohol and all that first, but, you know, I'm not horribly concerned. This is what I normally do. Do you see some napkins over on that table over there? By the bed? Or, yeah, that'll work.
The bro size is definitely the black market, right?
Yeah. No one, the people involved, they're not doctors. They're not, you know, we didn't go to Harvard. It's a black market product because you made it throughout the guidelines of the FDA. You know, we didn't follow any of their preset safety protocols.
Essentially, they're just doing this amongst themselves. It's not really an issue. If you start selling the stuff, the FDA will come after you and say that that's fraud. You're trying to defraud the FDA. I should know because I went to prison for a few years for violating it.
Scott Cavell was the CEO of Enhanced Athlete until he was convicted for selling a toxic fat burner. But the company's legal supplement business is still active. The shots at this party are one of its special blends.
You know, a lot of people out there will sell this stuff or similar things and say, oh, it's not for human consumption. You know, I sold a fat burner as a fertilizer, saying it was a fertilizer. And they're saying that since I did that, it made a misdemeanor a felony. And they sent me to prison for 3 years for that.
While Scott served his sentence, his business partner left the country to experiment with all types of body enhancement drugs, free from U.S. regulations.
Friends of freedom, I am Dr. Tony Huge, and we are here to crush ignorance and pioneer human evolution.
leaders are driven. They have what it takes to stand out in today's job market and be the expert in their field. Earn a graduate.
Bad news. They want the tires to be biodegradable, and we can't change the launch. Bad news. They want the tires to be biodegradable, and we can't change the launch.
Oh, good. You'll never find in mainstream medicine the solutions to become superhuman. You'll only find the solutions to go from diseased and mediocre to being average and normal at best.
Unafraid to pop pills or shoot needles, Tony Huge openly touts his use of unapproved drugs.
I'm about excellence in every aspect of human biology and chemistry. How far can we push the limits?
She will be uncontrollably horny.
Hughes is also a lawyer and a self-identified polygamist who has been deplatformed from YouTube for promoting questionable medical advice.
Okay, you're not a doctor, are you?
I have a doctorate degree of jurisprudence.
It's a Juris Doctorate.
I hear you're in Thailand, right?
Yeah, I'm over here in Thailand. I found my paradise of where I found the most freedom and ability to do what I do.
So Tony, exactly what are these medicines that you speak of, that you deal with?
I am mostly known for bodybuilding chemistry, for the chemistry that builds muscle really fast, that burns fat really fast. They're not scheduled, but they're also not FDA approved. So they end up in this middle area. It is legal to possess. It is legal for other people to inject themselves, but it is illegal to actually sell it to someone like you would a supplement.
Tony's crusade to pioneer human evolution is the apex of doing your own research. His medical and chemistry knowledge is self-taught, yet people volunteer to be his lab rats.
So Ken is one of my many research guinea pigs. He already looks like a perfect specimen of a muscular man, but we can always improve. We injected him 3 times a day, 4 times a day. We force-fed them. We put him in the gym. Like real test subjects.
The experiments that you do on people, that you're putting people at risk. What say you about that?
And I experiment on myself first. And I'm in great health, and it's worked out fantastic for me.
Tony is now testing a chemical called SARMs to build muscle and burn fat. Studies show they can be less dangerous than steroids, but that's a low bar since SARMs can cause liver damage and blindness.
Think about it. How do you have a Burberry shirt and you're experimenting on human beings?
I like injecting these things. They make me feel superhuman. And I'm gonna be the first person in the world to try this brand new product. Oh yeah. And of course I need a napkin, so.
Tony's informal network of bro scientists are pushing the body limit so far you have to wonder how long this ride can last.
Right now, I work for Dr. Tony Huge. I had a traumatic brain injury, so I came up with thousands of protocols for myself, and I became a scientist, a research developer, and that's how it happened. I started fixing myself. We'll do some research development for these SARMs. You could change your inner self with SARMs completely, with everything, all the protocols, because it elevates you to another level.
Tony, have you even had any experiments that went wrong?
Yeah, so I have had experiments that went really bad. I almost did die, but I also know how to counteract the side effects of this. So I was able to save my own life.
This risky behavior
Do I take any supplements as a 15-year-old bodybuilder? Yes, let me show you what to take.
becomes even more combustible when you add easily influenced teenagers to the mix.
A lot of people would hate me for saying this, but I think adolescent years is a great time to really push athletics to its limit and even use things to enhance.
Yes, I'm the 17-year-old bodybuilder who's done 8 SARM cycles. Here's my day in the life as a 17-year-old bodybuilder who takes SARMs. First, I like to start with a heavy-ass bench press. As you can see, your boy's jacked this with those 25-inch arms at 17. And I eat this whole thing, drink 4 cups of coffee, and take my SARMs at the end of the night. Tasty.
So Tony, if you know, why take the risk with the law?
I stand for medical freedom. And the only way that the world's ever going to adopt these is if people like me take the risk to create that movement.
Tony, yesterday I met Scott, and he had just come home from prison.
So Scott was the CEO of the company before, and he was making money from the company. Myself, I'm traveling around the world, I'm educating and I'm experimenting. None of that stuff that I was doing was illegal per se. If you look at what really kills people, it's muscle weakness. Just the weakness of the body as you get old. Just old age and weakness itself is the #1 cause of aging and death. The longer I can delay that, the better.
We've got a lot of new exciting products coming out. Come on, let's take a look at the new inventory.
Do you know who Dr. Tony Huge is? He's not a doctor. He's a psychopathic attorney selling steroids and SARMs to kids. We just don't know what those are.
Dr. O'Connor is a former steroid user. Now he treats bodybuilders who are so damaged by the drugs that they can't produce their own hormones anymore.
So in my opinion, SARMs are not safe and may actually be worse than steroids. These are all bro scientists, and they're hurting people because they're selling garbage.
I would say to the anabolic doc that if you could spend just one day with me, I will blow your mind at what is possible with chemistry and the human body. He would lose his medical license if he actually got into the stuff that I do. That's one of the reasons I'm able to do what I do is because I don't have a medical license, I have a legal license. I'm a lawyer, not a doctor, which allows me to do a lot more in the field of medicine without risking my license.
I am willing to die for my goals. Evolution.
I need these gift cards to get rid of a computer virus.
Tú eres famoso, ¿no?
Somos profesionales consolidados. ¿Nos conocemos de antes?
Are you ready to send it? Okay, let's send it.
Evolution is something amazing.
Every day when I wake up, I take omeprazole. This is lisinopril, so it's an ACE inhibitor. Lowers my blood pressure and helps take stress off the kidneys as well. This is an anastrozole. It's an anti-estrogen, and it pretty much just blocks the testosterone from turning into estrogen, which can cause a lot of medical issues.
Dirk was a teenage steroid addict. Now he's 25 years old, and he can't produce enough testosterone to live.
I'm not the same person I was before I started. I mean, there was definitely times where I felt like I was going to kill myself.
He's throwing up in the bathroom.
Nope.
There's somebody else.
Sorry. That's not fun.
Today, Dirk's doctor is prescribing 7 different types of medication just so he could get through his day.
I had no idea that people can get addicted to
7 different types. That's probably an extra band for that.
Just reminds me of what it means to be in recovery.
It's like T-Mobile. I'd give 15.
A drug is a drug is a drug. And one thing about a drug, 1 is too many and 1,000 is never enough.
So tell me, what's going on with Derek?
Derek is a young man who did steroids as a teenager. He has to live on testosterone for the rest of his life. He's never gonna come off. If he does, it's suicide. And I've been through many suicides with men. 160 up top.
I was always a very competitive athlete. I had concluded that to be the best, you had to be the best. And for that to happen, you had to chemically enhance yourself. At least that was my vision at the time. And immediately I felt like Superman. And who doesn't want to feel like Superman?
Trying to get
We
stronger.
use different drugs, but we did it for the same reasons. That Superman feeling, Coke made me feel like I was, king of the world, you know what I'm saying?
And a lot of people's mentality too is get big or die trying.
Wow.
That is a huge
Get bigger, die trying.
Live short and leave a big corpse. That's what their goal is. They don't care about living to be 89
Live
years
short
old.
and leave a big corpse.
Steroid users will never admit they're drug addicts. And so when I started dealing, for me, it was to pay for myself.
So who are some of the other communities that you've sold steroids to?
So I was selling to teachers, I was selling to cops. The transgender community is huge.
Okay.
Female to male transitioning individuals. Just like steroid users, don't want to go to the doctor, don't want to go to the medical field. They don't feel comfortable, they feel judged.
I stumbled upon information about steroid usage and bodybuilding kind of by accident. But I was not really into bodybuilding at the beginning because I saw it as vain. But the more I got into working out, the more I found out that it gave me resources to work with my body.
Alexander needs testosterone to continue his transition. But getting what he needs from a legal doctor is both difficult and expensive.
I have to buy a lot of testosterone that I actually got from the black market, from a friend of a friend that is a gym junkie. I have to go to the doctor at least every 3 months, and you can actually just call a friend and have testosterone that is almost pharma grade with you the next day.
Down to San Juan, ejection parties are a good way to get your hookup. And if you want in, you gotta go see the mother.
Hi, welcome to my penthouse.
Hola, hola. You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Come on my arm. You want to be pretty? You have to call me the mother.
Yeah.
I love this.
Like, these are injection parties where people go and get the silicone in their bodies. Do you know people that still do this to this day?
And you can, we do so many crazy things. I say, girl, you crazy. Oh my God, that's what happened when you see all the silicones and all the bad things. I can go to my girlfriend's apartment and my girl's doing her implants. Some doctor from somewhere say he's a doctor. And the implants do it right now, right there.
And the party?
In the party right there. They knows everything.
You've seen people get breast implants at a party?
In a party, in a living room, in a dining room. Dining room. Check out everything. Go down. Go on a station, that's it.
Yo, everybody shout out Vice TV.
Is getting an upgrade. Pennsylvanians need to renew their Medicaid coverage. Make sure you're ready. Losing your benefits could be costly.
Tana Intimates, the product you know is getting.
My name is Benny Johnson, and this is The Benny Show. If we got rid of the Federal Reserve...
It's so dangerous.
Let's do this. Venga, niña. She said, venga, niña. Y se la chupó. No votó nada.
Bodybuilders, star tenders, and the people just trying to look good have been hitting up the black market for bargain body upgrades.
Ya la nena está ready.
But for Kellen and the mother, they are a lifeline.
My gender identity is a non-binary, gender fluid person, and this is not my first time doing the hormones. I will do hormones from 16 years.
Where do you get yours from a doctor? Your medicine?
No doctors. Those only give you this. It's nothing. They give you this 2 milligrams. Men's body, no matter what's your transaction, no matter what, nothing, produce more testosterone than 2 milligrams. So that's why we need these injections. That's why we need this. Go to the blood, to the liver, go more fast because...
You can't buy that at the pharmacy.
It's not. You can't. but I can find them. That's why everybody calls me the mother.
Yeah, yeah. How does that bottle of hormone get into your hands?
Chile, Peru, Santo Domingo, Mexico, all the country we don't need prescriptions. I can go to Santo Domingo, buy one ticket for $50, go to the pharmacy and buy $500 an almond shot. Come here and I sell for, I got like $5,000 in shot. Only for $570 my ticket.
See, flip. It's a good flip. When you administer the shots to people, is that a business transaction for you?
Sometimes.
But you won't, if they don't have it, you'll still.
Of course. Of course. When in transaction community, see somebody eat, everybody eat.
That's right.
Well, you're gonna do whatever you wanna do because you want that. To be happy, to feel complete, mental and body. You have to match. But see, the government over here, they not change my name, and my own name is say Roberto Gonzalez. I'm not gonna feel good because I don't feel to call Roberto. I want to call Brenda or Teresa or Rosita.
Yeah, you want to match it what's on the inside.
Nobody gonna fight for my right.
It's a fight, especially for black and brown.
Day. Some people treat you my doctor better. The doctor, he treat you better.
No, we can't have that.
No, no puedo. I can't. And that's why I go to a different doctor. I have to do a test over here, go to another test over here, go to another test.
Different
you think my girls can do that when they don't have no car?
Money and no money to pay for it.
And you only make money to eat? How?
They gotta come see you.
Mommy's here.
Yeah.
Mother's here.
Mother does what she can to keep her friends healthy and safe. But meanwhile, many face serious danger every day.
Last year was the most violent year for transgender people in the United States, and Puerto Rico was the epicenter of such violence. There were 7 murders of transgender people.
What?
7, yes. The community feels it, the community talks about it, have talked about that and how they're afraid. You either feel hyper-visible or invisible in this system, and there's no in between. But this hyper-visibility also brings hateful people. When you go to see this doctor, you're exposing yourself to violence.
But I never thought about the harm that that doctors can actually cause you with their judgment about a person. Distrust in the medical field that are forcing people to do things illegally. Either they don't have trust in the medical field, or more oftenly, they don't have the finances to afford that. There are obviously risks going to the black market for, hormones and body augmentation materials, obviously. But the risk of walking the street and being beaten to death by people who don't understand your lifestyle, those stakes to me are a lot higher. I know if I was in that situation, I would have to take the chance. I would definitely have to take my chance.
La farmacia donde podemos conseguir varios medicamentos para lo que es.
The mother is a big-time connect, but Kellen and their friends get extra hormones from secret pharmacies willing to sell without prescriptions.
Bueno, pues esto es para los bustos, esto es para bloquear los pelos de la cara, todo eso así. Esto es una cosa bien fuerte. Pues me las dieron sin ninguna restricción, te pone bien débil, te da hasta ganas de llorar y todo.
So where you guys coming from?
Ya acabamos de llegar ahora mismo de la farmacia. Estas son las hormonas.
That's estradiol 2 milligrams from the pharmacy here in the hood.
Wow. How many years are we talking about?
How many years to do your transition?
Yeah, we're legally. Yeah, but all
we're talking about 7,
Woo!
8, 9 years.
7, 8, 9 years. The black market is talking about 2 to 4 years.
Yeah.
That's a huge difference.
If you think about your health, if you do it like with your laboratories, if you do with your medical process, it's better for your health.
We need to do a balance.
But I mean, outside of wanting to get it done quickly, what are the other reasons why it's important to get it done faster than normal?
I lived the experience to have to have a trans woman passing away on my hands.
What?
Because it was murdered in the street.
When was the last time you took a moment to just breathe, move to the beat of your own drum, and dream? Here in Nashville, we are a mixture of genres, a hybrid of styles, creators in fields and in kitchens, in vinyl, glass, chocolate, and clay. We're everyone for every single one, all drawn together to stand out. You are welcome. Always, Asheville.
How long has it been since you took time out to be you? To explore your twists and turns and move to the beat of your own drum. Here in Asheville, we boldly flow in our own direction. We build, we brew, we paint, we carve. Together we create sparks, friction, energy. Our goal isn't to be perfect.
Owning a pool can be a lot of fun, but keeping it clean, not so much.
Find the connection you're looking for this winter.
Died in your arms. Outside of wanting to get it done quickly, what are the other reasons why it's important to get it done faster than normal?
I lived the experience to have a trans woman passing away on my hands.
What?
Because it was murdered in the street.
Someone died in your arms?
From that moment, and my life changed.
I'm sorry.
While I am in transition, I am in front of this, I am facing this.
Doing it the legal way, that can cost you your life out here in these streets.
Y pues nosotras somos histéricas, somos desesperadas y pues queremos ver el cambio rápido. Sí, por eso es que nosotras incorrimos en cuestión de lo que es el black market.
This black market is not a criminal network. It's trying to save lives. They require consistent access to hormones, but the system is failing them.
If America wasn't ran the way it's ran, a black market wouldn't exist. I got a friend, a trans girl. She transitioning. There was a lapse in her insurance. They cut her off. She had to go through someone else to buy it. And now she doesn't want to go because it costs her more money with insurance to do it legally. So needs to get the black market comes in. We're in a prison here in America. Instead of chains, we got debt. Why pay a couple $100s for treatment? You can pay $50. You know, I need to maintain my body as best as I can. Like, I'm not saying there's no danger at all. That'd be a lie.
We gotta be smart, but sometimes you have to live your life without fear. Kellen and Catalina perform to celebrate their bodies, to celebrate who they are.
Y esto es algo más que tú tienes que hacer de ti. Tú lo haces porque a ti te gusta, porque te sientes cómoda con lo que vas a proyectar a las personas.
Do it from the heart, do it for yourself.
Catalina Tyren.
Que este proceso no se tiene que hacer por más nadie, se tiene que hacer desde uno mismo. Y esto es una metamorfosis. Empezamos siendo una oruguita para terminar siendo una mariposa.
The beauty is not in your skin, it's inside. I am happy as I am. Porque nadie merece morir por simplemente estar buscando qué ser y cómo sentirse en la vida.
Transgender community, where it's not just about likes on social media or popularity, it's about life or death. They run the risk of being murdered because of who they are. The stakes are the highest for them to hurry up and get to the point with how they want to see themselves physically, because time is not on their side. I can't imagine that, not for one moment, what that must feel like. There's another aspect to this whole thing, and it's about addiction. I know for me, once I started going to the gym and training my body, the feeling of seeing results made me want to go harder.
Once you really get into this stuff, it's like you're never big enough, it's never enough.
But I gotta also remind myself that, Mike, you know, it's not about perfection. It's about progress. And there's no such thing as a perfect body. It doesn't exist.
You have good days and you have bad days.
Yes, you do.
That just takes like a lot of inner work.
Beauty is an inside job. You know, for someone who suffered, myself, I suffered with a low self-esteem for so long.
Right.
And I would always think that I had to dress it up on the outside to feel good on the inside. And all that did was make me feel worse on the inside.
Right. I mean, I'm happy again to be here alive because 10 years ago, I could have died on that bed getting them shots. So again, 10 years ago, I didn't know exactly who I was, but I definitely know for sure who I am today.
I'm glad you're here. With all the things that are going on in our world, all the war, all the famine, all the pain, all the bloodshed, I'm just grateful that my journey in life has taught me that if I don't like what I see in the mirror, all I gotta do is go inside, do the surgery on the inside. That's all I gotta do. I don't need a surgeon. I don't need a pill. All I have to do is be willing to look in the mirror and say, I love Michael. And as easy as that sounds, it's a very hard thing to do.
That's all, folks.